Have you wondered what God is doing? Why God would allow something so awful to happen? Why he's giving you more than you can handle? What is he doing? Or what is going on? Why does this keep happening? Or what the heck am I supposed to do with this? If that's you, this message is for you. I know that I've heard the phrase multiple times that God doesn't give you more than you can handle. And I challenge that because I know that God gives us way more than we can handle. And if you haven't figured out why yet, by the end of this short message, you'll know why. What we're focusing on is where our mind will go. So when something really bad happens, of course, we're going to focus on the horrible thing of it. We're going to be sad. We're going to cry. We're going to be angry. But at some point, it's up to you to get up and heal, or move forward, but you don't know how, right? And that's exactly why God gives you more than you can handle, because he wants you in a place, not to punish you. He wants you in a place so that you don't have any other option, and so that you reach out to him, you reach up for him. And that's where your strength comes in, ladies. You might feel like you're crawling in the beginning, but you have this knowing inside of you that you're made for so much more than the crap that life just threw at you. And maybe you're even mad at God. You're pissed off because what you had planned is not at all what happened. Or worse yet, something awful happened. The love of your life betrayed you, lied to you. You lost a spouse or a child. Whatever the case might be, it could be losing a job. None of those things are in your plans. But God puts things in your plan and shuffles things around that you don't have planned, but he does. And when you start to grow your faith and continue to move forward, you get stronger and you have tenacity and gumption that comes shining through once you keep moving forward. Are you going to feel like it? Absolutely not. You're probably going to feel really crappy for a while, especially if you're going through something really hard. But forget the feelings. Accept the fact that it happened. Acknowledge the feelings. Don't bury them, because that's a whole other topic for another day. But don't bury the feelings, but also know to keep moving forward. Crawl if you have to, slither like a snake, whatever you need to do. Move forward. And you know what? You're going to feel more confident, more purposeful, and you're going to have more peace when you look back at where you have come from to where you're going. And at some point, you come to a place where you have more strength, more peace, and more joy, and you will find a way to move forward. You know, we can focus on the horrible things that happened for a while. We can be really sad about it. And you know what? Those feelings are probably going to hit us and knock us down throughout our life. If we lost something that meant absolutely everything to us, or we thought it did, it's really hard to come up from that. But you know what? Sometimes God's blockings are his blessings. If you've been in a situation, or you're in a job that's no good for you, or you're in a relationship that is bringing you down, or that there are things hidden behind your back that you don't know about, or conversations, sometimes God protects us. And that can mean we take the fall. We fall down on our knees, crying on the couch, crying in our Cheerios, isn't that what they say? Or eating a bunch of pizza, or drinking wine. And sometimes you turn to bad habits. But at some point there again, you get up. You learn how to walk forward, crawl forward, slither forward, no matter what you feel like. Because you know what? What you feel like isn't as important to you at some point as where you want to go and how you don't want to feel anymore. You know what? What we focus on is definitely where our life turns. And you maybe gave everything to somebody, your heart, your soul, your life, your time, and you lost that. But that's not wasted. I used to feel like that, and I know I've talked with clients that felt like that. You learn things through those things. And it's not the pain that pushes you forward, or maybe it is for some of you, but a lot of the time it's what we want and where we want to be and who we want to be, because we are done where we are, stuck in our head, stuck in the heartbreak, stuck in the fact of, financial debt, if that's your situation. But when we focus on gratitude and where we're going instead of what happened and the sadness of all of it, life changes. Your focus changes. So yeah, God gives us way more than we could handle. I know that phrase is out there. God doesn't give you more than you can handle. And I don't believe that for 1 second, because he gives you way more than you can possibly handle. So you look up to him and reach out. So where you're focused on, what you're focused on is where you'll go. And it can be in your head too. If you're focused on the past, if you're focused on the pain, if you're focused on looking on a social media profile or something, old pictures that just tear you down, guess where you're going to stay? You're going to stay in that mental mindset. And when you're ready, you'll push through and you'll move forward. And those feelings are going to come up and knock you down throughout your life, especially if that was really an important thing or person or experience or job or whatever. If that was something really important, it's going to take you out in your life throughout the rest of your life, probably at times. Triggers will happen. You'll hear a sound, you'll smell something, you'll see a person, you'll drive by a place that you used to, do things at or whatever. But that's okay. At some point, you'll look back and those will be brief thoughts, and you know where you want to be, you know who you want to be, and you move forward in that. So yes, God is giving you more than you can handle because he wants you to reach up to him. And if you don't have faith in God, maybe you have faith in yourself. Maybe you have whatever it is for you in the universe, but I will always express faith in God and Jesus, because I know I've been there. I've seen other people. Life is hard. And it's hard as a Christian and it's hard as a non-Christian. But with being a Christian, there is so much hope and peace in that. And there is something that's always there inside of you and with you as you go forward. You grow forward, you gain strength, and your whole life can be transformed by your thoughts, by your actions. So yes, God sometimes gives you more than you can handle. But you know what? With the faith that you have and your action forward, you will handle it and you're going to do amazing with it.